Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Murrumbidgee Council's June meeting. I'd like to begin by acknowledging country who pay our respects to the traditional custodians of the lands and waters of the Murrumbidgee local government area and to all Aboriginal elders past, present and emerging. We are committed to honouring the continuing connection that First Australians hold to Murrumbidgee's land, waters and community as one of the oldest living cultures in human history. In the spirit of open, accessible and transparent government and to ensure this meeting is open to the public, this council meeting is being recorded and live streamed to the Murrumbidgee Council Facebook page. A recording will also be placed on the council's website following the meeting. I'd like to call for any apologies.
Councillor Kirby.
No other apologies. I would like to move the apology to Councillor Kirby, please. Move Councillor Sexton, seconded Councillor Sherburne. Those in favour, please say aye. Those against? Carried. Thank you. I'll move to the minutes of the ordinary council meeting of the 28th of May 2024. Would somebody like to move, please? Move Councillor Bryce, seconded Councillor Nader. Those in favour, please say aye. Those against? Carried. Thank you. I remind the council of their pecuniary interest declarations. Anything to be brought forward at this stage? No. There are no notices of decision or notices of motion. We'll move on. I have no formal mayoral report at this meeting as I've been on leave. I just need to have a quick think about the few things that I've been involved in just while I've been away. I attended the Banjo Water Subcommittee meeting in the matter last week. And what I can report from that is that this delegation will go from Ramjo to meet with the State Water Minister, Rose Jackson, again in the future. We took the letter that Council has formulated here, the open letter to the Prime Minister, Mr Albanese, for sanction from our Ramjo councils. So that will move ahead. As the General Manager alluded to, we will be in Canberra next week for the Australian Local Government Association Conference, and the following week we will be in Tamworth at the Murray-Darling Association Conference. The progress on our major projects is moving. It's a bit like watching paint dry, but we are being assured that the projects are moving in the right direction. So hopefully, at the end of another month, we will see some definite movement there. I would just like to acknowledge the significant motor neurone disease fundraiser which will be today. We've raised $16,000 for NLD research, which is a really commendable effort, and I would like to congratulate the people that organised that and had the pleasure of attending their balls in May and June. So there's what's going on socially. It's cold. The cost of living is something that is very much on people's minds, and chat about it. And I think the rising power costs and trying to keep everybody warm and heated is a significant challenge. There's lots of chat about that out there in the community, and I think we will be made even more aware of that as the cold continues. So that's just my verbal report. So there's nothing formal to adopt. So we'll move on to item 1, please.
Thank you, Councillor McCarty. Just first come off the ranks, just give a bit of an update on the Young Street subdivision. So I'll just go and extract my report from the project manager. Electrical transformer, likely commissioning date, second week in August. Water reticulation, estimated completion 28th of June. Trunk main supply, estimated 23rd of July. Sewer pump station installed by the 20th of June, but the commissioning requires the electrical transformer. And power and the end to be advised, but likely mid-July, subject to essential energies approvals. The other thing is that we could put a prime seal down now and then come back in 12 months' time, or we could wait for the kit to warm up and we can put both seals down. That will be my recommendation. And also in relation to our cadastral surveys for our lots, to describe our lots. We could probably sell off the plan, but I'd be recommending that we wait until we've got those before we move forward in selling the lots. The naming of the streets, not as straightforward as you would think. We understand why it wasn't Helena Q Parade before, Councillor Black, when we said, let's change the name to Helena Q.
Well, I've got another one now.
Yeah, in the web,
Just a few.
Sister Pew. No. I'm not for anything.
What do you think? Helena.
I read through this and Helena, well, it can't be.
Parade.
It can't be Helena, look, we will know, I mean, people that have lived here for a long time will know why they're named that, and there will be a thing.
You have the code.
So Helena parades, but I don't have a problem with that, you together?
Yeah.
Rob?
And as far as the Edwards is concerned, the one to speak to about that would be Heather.
Yeah.
She's the eldest of the remaining family. I wasn't aware that, and I remember Mrs. Edwards, but I wasn't aware she was the Murray first, but the Edwards family sticks better within this community than the Murray family. Do you agree with me on that?
Yeah.
Okay. And we have to see.
You're not targeting just the one.
No, you're dealing with a whole family who has been very supportive of everything in this. town.
So when you put forward a name with them, they want to know chapter and verse why. Have you got permission from that family?
Well,
Done all that sort of
Heather
thing.
would be the one.
Yeah.
I did, off the record, speak very quietly to Veronica, which is Marcy's daughter.
Yeah.
And quietly said, we're thinking of that, and she was in tears. She thought it was such an honor.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that Heather will grab it with both hands.
Okay.
But yeah, Edwards would be appropriate. And then the other one, of course, has to go to land council. Land council, or can't go Darlene Point.
They're not being cancelled, no, that's the real body. So we're
They
still
won't
waiting.
have a problem with that, will they?
I'm not sure, but we've written and gone back to that. So just to let you know that, yep. 3 names are the easy part.
No, but
We're going to come back to the definition of everyone.
Heather Edwards, and I think she lives with Bo.
Yeah.
Here, one of those units up here, yeah.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
Thank you for that.
That's all right.
Housing, the tenders closed tomorrow for the 4x2 bedrooms. They're doing some work on 49 Murrumbidgee. I haven't had an update when I come in today. They're repacking the stumps and resilicating of the shower, kitchen, et cetera, is listed there. And will be put up for sale and managed by Griffith Real Estate. The poll question, going on to the poll at the election time, the cost to do that's an extra $4,133. But I signed off all of that, so that's all in the way to move forward. With our latest knockback on the development of the caravan park, we're looking at a different way to achieve greater results. So we're looking at some kit homes and some other different methods to do in relation to that. And I put this in the report, 26, 27 and 28, there's financial sustainability committee hearings in various locations in relation to a submission we put forward about the local government's financial sustainability. But unfortunately, they are Lismore, Tamworth and Dubbo. There's nothing that has been identified for the south. I don't know whether there will be anything identified for the south or whether that's the only ones. We put in a submission. The general thing would be that they write to us and say, would you like to get in front of the committee, yes or no, which will say yes, but we haven't been given to, so maybe they are going to open up some other spots, I'm not too sure. And Councillor Craig spoke about the next 2 things. The next new Highway Task Force meeting is in Murrumbidgee on the 30th of July. That's in relation to that recommendation that my report be received, and in relation to the Young Street subdivision, that the application of bitumen sealing be held over until October, November, and allotments not to be marketed for sale until the cadastral survey is complete and what titles are created. Thank you, Councillor McKay. Any questions?
Just wondering how long you're expecting for the survey to finalise.
How long does that normally take? I think the survey has been true.
Oh, okay, in that case, very plan one, so then getting each file on one day,
How long?
that's 6 months.
So they move quickly, don't they?
Are there any further questions of John, please? If not, the recommendation will read that the application of bitumen sealing be held over until October, November 2024, relating to the Young Street subdivision, and allotments not be marketed until the cadastral survey is complete and block titles are created. Of the recommendation, those in favour, please say. Oh, sorry, like me, please. So I move Councillor Ross, secondly Councillor Strong. Those in favour, please say aye.
Aye.
Those against, carried. Thank you. Item 2, please.
Item 2 is the draft modern slavery prevention policy. So this is in relation to some requirements that passed commenced in January 2022, which basically require council to take reasonable steps to ensure that goods and services that council procures are not the product of modern slavery. The Anti-Slavery Commission has released more recently in guidance on reasonable steps. And the first of those reasonable steps is committing to effectively address modern slavery risks. And so we're putting up this policy to demonstrate council's commitment to undertaking that basically representing the draft modern slavery prevention policy being adopted.
From your like community, please. With Councillor Chair, the second Councillor Major, are there any questions of Caitlin regarding this slavery prevention policy? If not, the recommendation will read that the draft modern slavery prevention policy be adopted. Those in favour, please say aye. Aye. Those against? Carried. Thank you. Item 3, please.
Item 3 is the operational plan for the 2025 financial year. So the draft operational plan will be built at the May meeting. We've been placed on public exhibition. At the time of writing that report, it's still on public exhibition. That's now closed and no submissions have been received in the meantime. There were a few changes that were made based on staff feedback and come from the workshop. The main one of those being the budget for the cost associated with the Water Housing Partnership, which was discussed by councillors at the previous workshop. Other than that, there's been a slight change to the fees for the cemeteries, removing the impairment services levy, which we were thinking we would be subject to, but turns out that's been deferred until next year. And then a couple of other minor changes to wording and also including the cost for the replacement of the Forward Walk pedestrian bridge. Now that's not committed funds, that's in our sort of subject to grant funding or coming available. So now proposing that the amended operational plan complete budget and fees and charges for 2024-25 be
From the like move, please. With Councillor Ross, second Councillor Major. Are there any questions of Caitlin regarding this?
I was just wondering how you're going with what I have in the talking about partnership.
Yeah, they reached out to me last Friday, and I haven't got to that email yet.
Councillor Major.
Just want a clarification that you would say that I'm sure has impact on the budget, but I think it's unreliable process.
Oh, I apologize. That's just a number of issues which should take item 4 and so item 2 that we have the budget.
In it.
My apologies.
I have a question, Caitlin. This replacement of the Forward Walk pedestrian bridge seems like a large amount of money What are we going to get like a harbour bridge over the?
I don't disagree. That was the quote that was provided by the former Griffin structure, so I would suggest that before we proceed with that work, we would be additional,
Report.
quote.
I
But we run with that figure.
If we are to retain credibility, we need to remove that figure, and just say, you know,
I did have a quote to support that, and then there's some additional options to support that. So there were a number of options in that quote, so there were some lower price options that might have been visible, but I'm not being negative myself. I haven't made that assessment, so I've left it at that figure because I'm working on this so that we'll be using for grant funding or something. Yeah, anyway, I'd rather have it be higher than lower, but I would suggest that any actual work.
it's a wooden bridge that people walk over from here to there. Right. I'm sorry, but it just, yeah. It's delusional. But anyway, we will revisit that.
The wooden bridge that local government was going to purchase. So they have money to it.
Can we not build it ourselves?
There's some engineering work to lift it up there high.
Yeah.
Is that right?
I don't know, it doesn't matter if it goes under.
Right.
No, that's right.
Yeah, you almost, yeah. Well, there's metal wood to it.
I
Yeah,
think
there is some engineering.
And Councillor Craig, yes, we could build it if it was properly designed and engineered and all of those sort of things, but as your PCBU,
PCPU.
person conducting a business activity, undertaking in the Workplace Health and Safety Act,
That's very technical. All I'm doing is identifying, I think that's a ludicrous amount of money. But being assured by our staff here that that will be revisited and whatever, it gives me confidence that
It's not committed funds.
no, it will be committed, but not. Are there any more questions of Caitlin regarding this report? If not, the recommendation will read the amended operational plan for 2024-2025 and fees and charges for 2024-2025 be adopted. Those in favour, please say aye. Those against, carried. Thank you. Item 4, please.
Thank you, through you, Madam Mayor. Item 4 is section resolution council adopt 2 plans of management, 2 plans of cramland management. One being the cultural heritage jewellery courthouse and library, and a plan of management for natural areas. Both of these draft plans and council have been 23rd of April this year for a result of both public petition for 28 days. During that submission period, no submissions were received and the council.
Very much new, please. New council chairman, second council manager. Are there any questions of Gary regarding the plans of management? If not, recommendation will read the plan of management for areas of cultural heritage, being the jewellery courthouse and library, and the generic plan of management for natural areas be adopted. Those in favour, please say aye. Aye. Those against, carried. Thank you. Item 5, please.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Item 5 relates to a report seeking endorsement council on the Monash Sculpture unveiling event on Sunday, the 17th of November 2024. This matter council previous council meeting. The committee, Monash Sculpture Committee, postponed that original event in November, and as the event is held close to the North Highway, so that it requires the endorsement of council under our policy.
Okay, are there any questions of Gary regarding this? Somebody like to move, please. Move council manager, second council Bryce. There being no further questions, the recommendation will read that council endorse the Monash Sculpture unveiling event on Sunday, the 17th of November 2024. Those in favour, please say aye. Those against, carried. Thank you. Item 6, please.
Thank you. Through you, Madam Mayor, item 6 is similar to the previous, report in that it sets council endorsement of an event, close to the, way, at like the Foreign Guest Festival, supposed to be held on the 18th to the 20th of October. As it's, on Pittman Way, it requires council endorsement under our event policy.
Okay, I'd like to move, please. Then Councillor Gilbert, second, Councillor Thorne. Are there any questions of Gary regarding this festival? If not, the recommendation will be that council endorse the Warren Guest Festival from the 18th to 20th of October 2024. Those in favour, please say aye. Those against? Carried. Thank you. Item 7, please.
Thank you, through you, Madam Mayor. Another report in relation to an event. It's the Murrumbidgee River Festival, which is held prior to the One Guest Festival, and it involves a closing of Stock Street, Punt Road, portion of Carrington Street, where a street market with stalls to vendor by performance over 4 p.m. 9 p.m. on Thursday, the 17th of October. Again, this event subject to our net policy, and close to Pittman Lane by public rules.
Something like to move, please. Councillor Saxby, second, Councillor Gilbert. Gary, it says here, Stock Street and Punt Road and a portion of Carrington Street, Carrington Street is Pittman Way, is it not?
Yeah, it is pretty down Stock Street and Punt Road.
A big part of Carrington Street.
Right,
is the-
take that on notice.
Yeah, okay. Are there any other questions of Gary? If not, Gary, if you could bring that information back to the.
One of the make the recommendation that council cannot be.
Well, it is the major thoroughfare and,
Yeah. Canada Street cannot be impacted. Why can't we say that?
well, I think if we put the recommendation,
The lead recommendation now, keep moving.
yeah,
So if we leave it open to a traffic committee.
Yeah.
That could be a fair way off. The traffic committee might not carry the church with us.
well,
Okay, so.
It will be subject to a traffic control plan. So, if that which will be presented to,
That might end up very much like a big road.
And they would-
well.
yeah, if they deem it unsafe, traffic complaint.
Traffic committee will not hesitate in having the main part of their traffic. It will not be. If it's for 10 minutes, like the answer day parade, maybe, but not, it's too dangerous. We've got trucks you want to.
should the recommendation read instead that council endorse the Murrumbidgee River Festival event on Thursday, the 17th of October, 2024,
Not impact Carrigan Street.
no, and the ratification of this will come after it has been to traffic committee. Because that's the traffic committee's job to thoroughly explore yes or no.
Well, it hasn't. There's no plan on what they're doing, so I.
No, well, that's what we need to ask.
Could be impacted, clarify by the map.
When's the next traffic committee?
I think council has done their bit. They're allowing this to go. The traffic committee, which will,
Yeah.
we've got a few things to come forward. They'll be able to handle it in
Yeah.
a month or 6 weeks time or whatever it is.
With-
They'll make the decision, and if they say you can go ahead without doing that portion of the Carrington Street, then that will be what will come from the truck.
So you think that we don't need to say all of that?
No.
All of that?
Unless you've got an objection to the event going ahead.
But if, we will take your, advice on that, John, and I will put the recommendation, which says council endorse the Murrumbidgee River Festival event on the Thursday, 17th of October, 2024. And that'll follow due process. So those in favour, please say aye. Those against? Okay. The
Risk management says that.
And and they're actually saying that they've got traffic controllers there on the bridge the whole time, so not going to be an unregulated.
No, I guess it was just council doing their due diligence, not, identifying that Chamber Street is in fact a kidney lane. Okay, item 8, please.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I'm just told to count, this is the last one. This report speak for, endorsement of the, Point Town meeting, hold their annual Darling Spring Festival on Saturday, the 21st September. All in, going to Cedar Road Park, which is, goes to, Carrington Street or Hidden Way. And as such, our next policy for play and close the doors to the council. To go on here.
Somebody like to move, please. Move councillor Chubin, second councillor Strawn. Are there any questions of Gary regarding this request? No? If not, the recommendation shall read, council endorse the Darlington Point Town Spring Festival on Saturday, the 21st of September 2024. Those in favour, please say aye. Those against? Carried. Thank you. We'll now move on to reports, minutes of the Murrumbidgee Council Committee meeting and ask Councillor Ross to speak to these.
Thank you. For our June meeting. Before out of that, just thanks to the council staff for organising, placing those things well underway. And, we have the, CNS clean up happens on the 28th of July, that our CNS, there's more.
So we'd like to use that those minutes be noted. Councillor Bright, second councillor Major. Those in favour, please say aye. Those against? Carried. Thank you. Item 10, please.
Item 10 is the regular monthly investment report for the month of May 2024. So the council at the end of that month had total funds invested of just over $25.5 million. That's what it was in 30-year bank. And the rate of return is about 7% at the moment, so there's nothing otherwise to note other than to recommend that council note the report.
Oh, somebody like to move, please. The council Major, seconded councillor Sherwood. And the recommendation will read that council note the monthly investment report identifying all money council has invested under section 65 of the Local Government Act 1993. Those in favour, please say aye. Those against? Carried. Thank you. Item 11, please, Gary.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Item 11 relates to the development application approved under delegated authority from May 2024 and recommended information will be noted.
Okay. So we'd like to move, please. The councillor Strawn, seconded councillor Black. If there are no further questions, I'll put the recommendation that the information contained in the development application approved under delegation that May 2024 report to be noted. Those in favour, please say aye. Those against? Carried. Thank you.
Julie?